I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.
Hi guys, this is Daniel Alexander Cannon here on Logic Before Authority. And today we're touching on a subject that me, Shannon, and Roxy have been talking about a little bit. And it has to do with altered reality. And I know you're looking at this and it says altered reality in film. But this is let's call this a theory. Meaning that I'm not sure what to think about it. But I can see that there's a basis of history to this. There's a basis of I've experienced reality being altered in my life a number of times. And like one example is something being there that you can't see. Like that time I was sitting on my porch and it was kind of in the evening time and something slapped the porch right beside me where I was sitting. Like it was a hand, and it was really loud, and it was right beside me. There was nowhere else it was. And there was nothing there that I could see. And so I experienced that. And when it happened, I just looked over at it. And I said, okay, you've got my attention. What do you want? What are you trying to tell me? But anyways, that's just one example. I could give you a bunch of them. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at this list of movies that depicted altered reality. And I've broken it into different categories, as you can see here, and put a legend on here so we can kind of see patterns in the movies. The reason why we want to look for the patterns is we want to understand if because they use predictive programming in movies to tell us what they're up to, what's coming, just like they did with the event that happened in September back in 2001. There were an enormous amount of movies, cartoons, comic books, magazines that depicted those two things falling down, even though there was 3 of them that fell that day. And it depicted it years in advance. So it's not crazy to think that they would put it in the movies to tell us what their plans are. Sorry about that. Still having a problem with my voice, as you can tell. So let's go through this list and see what we can see here, okay? And yeah, I'm showing you a couple of things. I rob hell daily for a living. Let's look at our list here. On the left, we've got a legend with altered reality categories. Electromagnetic RF radio frequency weapons, meaning this is how the movie played it out, okay? So you can see it's red and it has like a frequency signal inside of the little square, which is this category right here. Okay, so the movies with the red dot depict electromagnetic RF weapons. uses electromagnetic waves, radio frequencies, or directed energy to manipulate perception or behavior. Okay? Like The Matrix, The Truman Show, Dark City, The Adjustment Bureau, Total Recall, and The Signal. I'm sure many of you have seen quite a few of these. Then we've got neural hallucination technology. And if you don't realize that a lot of this exists, maybe even perfected, I don't know what to say to you. Neural hallucination technology directly interfaces with the brain or nervous system to create, alter, or inject experiences, memories, or perceptions into people. Now, when we're thinking about this, keep in mind that they gave out free needles to a lot of people. And none of us know for sure exactly what was in all of those free needles and what the setup is for, because it was unfortunately a setup. If you took the free needle, take it to Father in heaven. Then we've got, as you can see here, you've got it looks like a little brain inside the box, and it's orange. If you come over here and look at the different movies that have that, a lot of them have that. So that's a pattern in the movies, a pattern of neural hallucination technology being used in the movie to cause people to believe something is real that is not. Then we've got holographic simulated reality. Reality is an artificial construct, simulation, or holographic projection that is not what it seems to be. It's depicted with a little diamond here, okay, that's basically a yellowish color right here. And there's quite a bit of those that have that, but mainly the ones here at the top, okay? Then we've got the category of mass perception, psychological manipulation, alters perception or behavior of large numbers of people through media, signals, psychology, and social engineering. So this is kind of like using the television, the television, to influence people's thinking, what they believe is good or what they believe is bad. It's kind of like when they rolled out the free needles, okay? They convinced a lot of people that there was something on surfaces and in the air that was going to hurt them. So they masked up, they did all this, but there was never ever a concern that it was on the money. You know, the paper that everybody was exchanging. They made people believe it. They altered their perception using media. And if we look at that one over here, that's the green eye thing here, meaning the television. And not too many of those. Then we've got government military experiments and secret programs. Involves clandestine operations, experiments, or technologies developed by government, military, or shadow organizations. So, secret military experiments or secret programs that are going on, is that depicted in very many movies. So here are the blue dots coming down quite a bit And really, a lot of this would fall into this category. In reality, with what's going on right now, it is, you could call it government, or you could come up with another name for it if you wanted to. But it's definitely happening everywhere. Now we've got supernatural phenomenon, induced alteration. Reality is altered by supernatural forces, unknown phenomena, other dimensions, or cosmic events. And if we go up and look at that one, that's this category here that looks like a portal. And that's been depicted in not quite as many. I don't know why the color changed at the bottom down here. I guess that was a mistake in the image creation itself. Okay. Oh, well, that's fine. All right. So then we've got memory or time, memory, or identity manipulation. And I actually just had, a little while ago, I checked the clock and it was 9:30. And all of a sudden, look at the clock again and it's 1 o'clock. And I just don't know where that 3.5 hours went. I guess I was just enthralled in preparing for this video, but it just kind of caught me off guard. It's 1 o'clock. But I could give a bunch of other examples of that. Something seems off with time. So, are y'all guys noticing this? You know, put it in the comments if you're noticing that something seems off with time. I mean, days are going by like flashes on a camera. So are weeks, even months. I mean, it's not going to be long before it's going to be fall again. Ever since those 2 big eclipses that we had, there's just, I can see and sense that there's been a lot of changes. There was even a glitch during the eclipse where it got dark twice. Literally got dark twice, and many of you noticed it. If you noticed it getting dark twice during that last eclipse we had here in the United States, the solar eclipse, put that in the comments so other people can see it and, back up what I'm saying. And then there was another category of an uncertain or ambiguous source of an altered reality being projected in the movie, and that's this question mark category over here. And then here we have the patterns and connections. Excuse me. This is how many of these movies, basically giving us a count on how many of these movies had certain different types of themes, okay? So we had 13 movies that involved some form of simulated, constructed, or holographic reality. Many also include memory manipulation and secret organizations, like The Matrix, Truman Show, Dark City, 13th Floor. That was 13 that are in my list here of the movies that are the types like what we're talking about. Okay. And then we've got mind interface technology. 15 movies feature direct neural manipulation, dream tech, or implanted memories, or consciousness alteration, like Inception or Total Recall, Brainstorm, The Cell, Dreamscape. Then we've got 20 plus movies that involve some form of manipulation, like control and manipulation, whether it's individuals or small groups or mass populations, like movies like They Live, The Game, The Adjustment Bureau, or Sale. And then we've got an unknown phenomenon category. 14 movies involved unexplained supernatural or cosmic forces that alter reality in unpredictable ways. Annihilation, Coherence, The Mist, Event Horizon. I mean, I think most of us can agree that there's a reason why they put all these things in movies. And they're using it for magic purposes, but they're also doing it because it seems to be an unwritten rule where they have to show us and tell us what they're doing or what they're going to do or what's coming, because they've got books and information of how these cycles, these resets play out. I mean, how many of the elites of this world, meaning billionaire class, how many of them were building bunkers? Why? They've got plenty of protection. There isn't even really anyone really after them. You know, they can't really just go walk around the mall if they're famous like Mr. T, billionaire class. But who are they going to hide from? What are they going to hide from? If you're building a bunker, you're preparing for an event, right? What do y'all guys think they're building a bunker for? Put that in the comments. Memory and time loops. 9 movies revolve around time travel, loops, memories, or identity changes that alter what is real, like Source Code, Memento, Predestination, and Donnie Darko. 9 of the movies. And this is across here is the same list that I just read to you, with the different numbers of how many movies include what. Now, obviously, there's one major category that seems to be the most prevalent, which is the neural hallucination technology. But how would they do that? Is there more reasons than we realize why they're putting up this 5G, 6G, whatever they want to call it, why they're putting it up, so much of it, everywhere, and at the same time they're putting up flock cameras to monitor everything, everywhere, at the same time? You got cell towers, you've got the cell phones themselves, you've got your Wi-Fi in your homes, you've got satellites like Starlink. You see, the word Starlink is another word for angel network or angel link, because the stars in the heavens are angels, and they sing and they hold our reality the way it is and the way it exists in place. Now, if you created an artificial network of angels singing, you could manipulate that reality. You could create a grand delusion where what people perceived is not true. It may even go so far as to, because they're not just doing it in the heavens, they're doing it on the ground down here too. It's very thick. It would be very hard to go and find a place where you didn't have artificial frequency, artificial angels singing that holds our reality in place, where would you go to get away from that? Probably the only place, maybe underground. Back to the bunkers again. Is that what they're hiding from? Is their own weapon that they're building so that they can escape it in a Faraday cage under the ground? Is it not that they're wanting to hide from the people? They're more concerned about what the plan is, what's going to come upon the earth. You know, the Bible does talk about how men hearts will fail them because of what is coming upon the earth. And it also tells us that these things are grand illusions, that they're fake, and that we have to have super strong faith in knowing this, realizing that our eyes can lie to us, our ears can lie to us, really our flesh can lie to us. So I think it's going to be important to remember that. Reality is fragile. Whether through tech, mind, or the unknown, reality can be rewritten, replaced, or broken. The most terrifying threats are the ones you can't see. Signals, thoughts, secret weapons for quiet wars, manipulation of perception. And I know, because I've been doing the research, that many of the concepts that we're talking about here are based on actual real world research areas. Electromagnetic weapons, neural interfaces, psychops and holography, holograms. AI is building the AI up so much because they need that much in order to be able to run this simulation. They're trying to build an artificial God mind in order to project this false reality that they're going to hide underground from, as well as maybe other things. This is a theory. It's something to talk about, something to consider. We need to consider these things, and all the while remain fearless. Remain fearless. Know that your Father in heaven is always with you, and he will be with you and with us through everything that the dark side is going to throw at us. But the stronger your faith is in that, the easier it is, or it's going to be, for us to be able to get past this. Just like it was with the planned demonic thing that rolled out in 2019. We made it through that. We didn't believe the lies. We knew they were messing with us. We knew they were lying. We knew these things. I'm thinking about creating a t-shirt with this image. And if you don't understand what this image means, it means when you're telling the truth and when you're exposing deceptions and lies, and you're helping save people from this darkness, that you're literally robbing hell of the souls it was trying to trap. So, yeah, I rob hell daily for a living. Speaking of that living, I would appreciate if y'all guys could continue to support my work. I'm about back to the point where I'm literally running on fumes again. I know each month y'all guys come through for me, and I'm asking y'all guys to do that and become a sponsor of the next video maybe, or become a producer that actually physically, financially helps me produce this work by allowing me to do this work. It is a work that takes all of my time. So I greatly appreciate it if y'all guys would do that. There's something going on. I think we all know things are being altered already. We've all heard of the Mandela effect, and new Mandela effects keep showing up. And realities are, what is reality exactly is a good question. Reality, what is reality based on? What controls it? Well, like I said, one thing that controls it is the way God created things, the way our Father created things. He hung the stars, which are angels. The Bible even states it straight out that that's what they are, multiple times. And it also says that they sing. That means they emit a frequency, and it holds our reality together. You see? So if you could create a angel link, aka a star link, and which encompasses everything, could you fracture that reality or alter it some way? I've talked about the potential of holographic projections, but, you know, showing maybe like UFOs in the heavens and all this kind of stuff, but you may be able to also alter what reality itself. I know. I get it. It sounds wild. Keep in mind, I put this up because I want to keep reminding people there's a lot of so-called truth tellers out there that are liars. When a truth teller has a hidden agenda, that's called weaponized truth. And I want to keep reminding y'all guys about that. I want to keep reminding you about this. And remind you that I need your support to continue doing what I'm doing. I've got some things I'm working on in the background that I'll be sharing with y'all guys soon. And because I'd like to get to the point that I have a side thing going on, so that way I don't even need any support. But at this point, I still do. So thank you for my producers that continue to support my work, and look forward to another month of bringing a lot of interesting videos to you. And I pray that they are really information to bring truth and provoke you to think and prepare yourself and to maintain your faith. Okay? Because fear equals a lack of faith. That's straight out what it is. So I guess I'm going to let you guys go for now. I love you. Father in heaven loves you. And we'll see you again maybe tomorrow. Okay? Bye-bye for now.
but one that can see.
Logic before authority.